artist from the other, but some of us make it, some of us don't. You know what I mean? As a little kid, I never really considered myself talented or gifted or any of that stuff. Some way, somehow, I fell in love with artwork at a young age. You know, the fortunate thing for me is I had a good mother and father behind me. That was a strong family foundation underneath. You know what I'm saying? So I can remember drawing as a little kid, you know, and my father looking over my shoulder and being like, this kid's amazing. You know, he'd call my mother in the room and, you know, check out your son, man, he's an artist. Look how good he is. And I can remember that day, you know what I'm saying, and how good it felt. He showed me how to draw a little plane, and he would kind of sketch it round and put the propeller in and the wings on it. You do it now. And both of my parents have a knack for art, you know, but they didn't do it professionally. And as I started doing these type of speakings and going around the U.S., talking to different art schools and talking to different places like this, different galleries and museums, I started to think, you know, what is it? Was I just real good at drawing and maybe some other kids aren't or whatever? And I went back and looked through some of those drawings that I was originally drawing, and they were all stick people. You know what I mean? The drawings that my old man was telling me that I was so good at, they were all stick people. You know what I mean? So I think that was my gift right there. From that point on, I practiced every day. You know what I mean? So I wasn't zapped out of the sky with the talent or anything like that. This is something that I've been doing every day for over 30 years. So what that tells me is that if any of you guys are motivated and passionate about something, and you do it every day, and you focus on making yourself better and always stepping up to a different level, you too one day people will look at you and tell you that you're lucky or you're gifted or you're talented. For me, those are words that are reserved for little kids that can, you know, sing in the opera or something like that. For me, this is a trade. It was kind of a trade right there with carpeting or plumbing or electrical, you know what I'm saying? It's a righteous trade. This right here, this mural, I'm going to kind of jump around a little bit, but this mural right here has a combination of different things. First of all, when I did this mural, there's no pre-sketch. I don't get a piece of paper and kind of lay it out or anything like that. I just start in one place and I go back. But I'll kick back and I'll look at the wall and I think, you know, what type of wall would trip me out? What kind of wall would I walk up and be impressed to see? And every one I do, I'm always trying to improve a little bit or do it with less grips or do it a little bit tighter or a little bit looser. It matters on where I'm at that time. But this is all freehand. And I don't get any, nothing, no, samples we use of buildings or any faces or anything. It's just straight out the brain. So that, you guys got to forgive me a little bit if the lines are a little bit chueco or, it's not perfect because it's really not supposed to be that. It's kind of like freehand. But one of the reasons I did this mural, because I wasn't supposed to do this mural, is because of all the other murals I've seen here. I mean, you can't stand next to these maniacs right here and not get motivated, you know what I mean? So I was like, damn, this psycho painted it all in oils over there, so I was like, making me look bad, and bust out a little bit. So it was either this or I was going to put some cardboard down and, So I stuck to the painting and, it's just different pages out of life, you know what I mean? It's an LA mural from the LA gallery, something really had to be represented with the big time LA. Even though when I started out doing graffiti, I would emulate New York graffiti writers. That was my first experience because it was a Cholo gangster writing that was, meant to mark different territories. And there was New York graffiti writers, which was meant to pump yourself up and get your name known. And it had more of a connection with hip-hop music. So I tried to emulate graffiti from New York when I was a kid. And we would put arrows on the ends of our letters. And, you know, my first stuff when I look back at it, I was like, man, you know, we were whack, you know what I mean? But we thought we were the bomb, you know what I mean? And we were far behind New York in that era. I mean, a lot of the guys here that I look up to, not just because they're taller than me, but Futura, Lee, you know, those guys, man, to me, are living legends, man. Those are the guys that we try to emulate. We would write Futura's name, you know what I'm saying? We would try to bite his little style. I told him that, you know what I'm saying? So these guys, to meet them and rap to them and bullshit with them, you know what I mean? It was a real honor, man. And I tattooed Futura's daughter, so that was a huge honor for me. And it's hard to explain to meet your heroes and then just be down to earth and be cool.